Hey guys, it's been a while. Not gonna lie, we weren't doing too hot. But now we are back. And starting off with a quick meta report for Set 3, so those of you who will go to the Dutch Altered Championships are prepared. As you might have noticed, we've transitioned to using AI speech. The reason being that it just saves time with recording. It's still the same awesome content, but just through the voice of me. Hello, I'm Bugbot341. This is going to be a quick one. This time, we went through 25 tournaments that took place after the launch of Set 3. Here we see that Kojo was the most represented leader in those tournaments, with 78 decks. Which is a big difference from Set 2, where Afanas and Sigismar were the most represented. Don't count them out yet though, as they still take second and third place. They are followed by TCG and Ven, which won't come as a surprise. Unfortunately not, the Kings have not been dethroned. Both standing on top with 14 top 4 representations each. Closely followed by Kojo, TCG, and Ven. Then we see a huge drop, as next in line doesn't reach double digits. Here I was hoping that Bass Era would see an increase, as he has gotten his hands on a pretty strong combo. Oh well, let's see what the rankings bring us. And, as always, Sigismar and Afanas stay on top. This makes a lot of sense, as they have strong leader abilities, and a good card pool to draw from. In the next places we see a few shifts, but it's generally the same leaders as before. Way down at the bottom, we see Rin and Subhash, with 0 points. Now this is possible because they did manage to get a top 4 representation. However, placing 4th does not grant you any points. Think of it more as an honorable mention. Moving on. Now, if we normalize the data, we see that the best performing leaders are actually Weru, Traced, Akisha, and Nevenka. Weru only has one top 4 representation, but that being the first place in that tournament makes him the best performing leader. Do with this information what you will. But we are going to focus on Sigismar, Afanas, Kojo and Ven. First up, Sigismar. And we see a lot of love for the Ordis Trooper and Monolith Legate. License withdrawal rising through the ranks as a nice way to removal boosted characters or permanents. And another new card that's just above the center, Aegis Templar, which can act as a nice 1-mana Ordis recruit because of the new scout ability. Interesting to see that Baba Yaga fell off the list. I don't really know why, so if someone could enlighten me in the comments, we'd appreciate that. Second, Afanas. It seems here that the nerf to Small Step has made it fall from the list. Which makes a lot of sense. We see some shifts in popularity among the cards, but no new inclusions in the top 50%. Is the Afanas list really that strong? It would seem so. We do see some new cards in the lower part, for instance Conscription. Creating X-Ordis recruits can be very strong, especially with a leader that needs characters on board. However, it does have the downside that you need a full reserve to make ample use of it. Below that we finally see the Nylum in the list. We've been talking about this card for a while now and we are happy to see it grow in popularity. That will do it for Afanas, on to the next one. Here we have Kojo. Perhaps the one with the most new cards in the list. Starting off with the Mess, which helps to keep Bravos from running out of cards to play, good inclusion. Then we have Duel of Grit, as a rare, which is just cheap removal, the rare discarding the character instead of sending it to reserve. Again a good card to include. We also have the Skater as a 1 mana for 1 boost, with the Scout ability. And I see some people are playing the Hunger. Now that's a card. Love to see it. Finally, let's have a look at Ven. Again the top part of the list seems unchanged. Only a few cards switching places. Then just below the middle we see 3 new cards. The first being Lyra Contortionist, whose passive ability lets it sit in your reserve without taking up a slot. The second being the Tech Lab unit, further increasing your reserve. And lastly Requiem, which acts as versatile removal. There. Now you should be all set for the championship. If you were still debating on going, just know that there are still some tickets left. They won't be sold at the door and the deck list entry is tonight, so hurry up and claim your ticket now. We will also be there in our human form and we hope to see you. Good luck traversing the maze and until next time.